Coach,
What's going on, boss?
man, no complaints on this end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate the time for this sit down. We've done these a lot over the past.
True.
Spend so much time around, you really don't do it a lot during the season.
Yeah, well, you know I am during the season. I get ignorant during the season.
Let me start here. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. The kids are growing day by day. The coaches are truly understanding the kids more and more day by day, and the kids are really understanding the expectations from the coaching staff day by day. So it's progressing in the right direction. I love it. I think we presented them with so much positivity this morning in the morning meeting about the progress of the defense, the rankings amongst the country, as well as the progress of the offense compared to a season ago, and it was astronomical. So sometimes you got to digress a bit and show them, no, don't just take that as your measuring stick, but you could take this as your measuring stick as well to see the progression.
Because that scoreboard is a measuring stick,
Yeah.
but there's so many things that are misleading in those final scores.
True. The thing that I'm excited about mostly is that we got our butts kicked one game. I mean, kicked. When we got off the plane, I think it was 30-0 on the scoreboard already before we even got to the state. We have no chance to win whatsoever in Oregon. But all the rest of the games, we've had an opportunity to win. We've had an opportunity to take the game over at some point, and we just fell short because of multiple things. But we did have a chance, and I think that's what's not only frustrating to the staff and the kids, but it's frustrating to fans because they're like, dang, they could have won that one.
Yeah.
Oh, dog, they had that one. Oh, man, if they just had. And we think that way as well. So it's frustrating, and it's definitely frustrating for those of us that hadn't lost the regular season game in the last 2 years, and those of us that have won 3 state championships in high school. So it's kind of frustrating to understanding that there's a true process and there's a timetable on this.
Ironic you mentioned that. I was looking at some stats. This is your first time coaching where you're below 500 at any point.
Oh, yeah, at any level.
At any level, at any point.
Yeah. But you know what? I truly believe God gives the toughest missions to his toughest soldiers. And I'm built for it.
Yeah.
I can handle it. And because I can see right the corner. I know where we're gonna be in a matter of time. I truly do. Based on recruiting, based on the conversations that we're having with recruits, and based on where I know this staff is gonna develop these kids.
Because you look at the season, you got 12 games. We got 3 left. That means this is the fourth quarter.
It's true.
The first quarter couldn't have started any better.
It was great.
All 3 wins.
True.
You get into the second quarter, we get one of those, get into the third quarter.
Well, the second quarter is you find out about a lot of things that you need to find out about.
Okay, such as?
Because the schedule got tougher. Then up under pressure, you start finding out, okay, this kid is right. Are we calling this way? Are we doing this way? Or is that way? We start finding out a lot of things that you need to find out about. So it's very revealing, and I love it because now you said, okay, I thought we were straight right there, but we need to correct it. Oh, I thought we was good right there, but we need to correct it. Oh, shoot, darn it. I guess Marty is that guy. Now they get to see what I've been knowing.
Yeah.
So you start to find out, and it's not all negativity that's revealed. It's a lot of positivity that's revealed as well, that you know, okay, I don't even have to worry about that spot. We good right there.
Well, based on that, what are some of the things that you thought you knew and found out you didn't know, or some of the things that just got reaffirmed?
Mostly the things that got reaffirmed.
Okay.
It's not too much you didn't expect.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by a lot of things that transpired. I'm not surprised. I got to whisper to a lot of people like what I felt like was going to take place. Not the record wise, but understanding certain positions wise. I knew where we were lacking, where we were strong, where we're delinquent, where we was positive. I knew some things, as you know your team, man. It's like you know your kids. You know the young men in this locker room.
Yeah. And you seen them spring, you saw them fall camp, you knew what you had.
I seen them up under pressure because we apply pressure in practice.
Absolutely.
So we know what we're going to see out there if we apply pressure in practice. You know, it's no different.
When you're in your sauna, walking gunner, man, out of your land, does it stick to you, bother you that how close you are to being 8-1 versus 4-5? Like it's right there.
Well, losses stick with me.
Okay.
Wins are flushed immediately. Wins are flushed down the toilet. Like, okay, time the last second, take up the clock. All right, let's go. Next guy. Next team. I'm sorry, next team. Losses kind of linger because you examine your mind and you really search for solutions. And you say, okay, well, I like that. Because I'm sitting up there watching film. I'm watching it too. I'm just gone.
Yeah.
And you say, okay, well, we could do that. Okay, well, when we get around this many snaps, we start to trip a little bit. Oh, when we do this, it starts to go a little left. We need to stay right in this aspect. There's so many things that they don't know that transpires within the course of the season, within the course of the coaches meeting, the players meetings, and practices. They have no idea what we do.
Yeah. 3 games left. You ain't the kind of guy that concedes anything.
I would say 4. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you.
No.
I'm gonna let you say 3. We good.
3 on the schedule.
There you go.
We're going to a bowl game.
Okay.
3 on the schedule left. You have always preached finish strong.
We got to finish strong, and that's one thing I'm proud of, because I have yet to see these young men quit. Yeah. I look for it, I search for it, I'm turning around during turbulent times in the game, looking at the bench, seeing who's who, what's what, who is still fighting, and who has put their hands behind the back or put their hands up and say, you got me. Like, I want to know all those things. And the thing that I can say, especially this past game, they fought to the end.
Yeah, they did.
And I'm proud of them because they did fight to the end. And that's one thing that the opposing coach commented on. Hey, man, these kids are fighters, and I appreciate that. So I'm happy with them in that aspect.
The weight room, film room, team meeting room, or this recruiting lounge, your recruiting lounge that we're sitting in, what room is the answer to the problems?
Pose tremendous solutions. I mean, we got to get stronger. It's hard to make somebody faster, contrary to what people may think. You can make a man faster. You can get his form correct, but you can make him run faster. The weight room, they need to get stronger. The recruiting room we got to have more options and talent as well. What other rooms was it?
Film room.
The film room,
more
preparation and study. But you know what? Since we start highlighting it on every Thursday, we put those times up on the board. Yeah. It has increased, I think, 35% of film study. So I'm proud of them for that as well.
Coach, I've always been told what matters get measured. And if you ain't measuring it, it's going to say to people it doesn't matter.
That's true. That's well stated. That's true. I like that.
So when you see people not in the film and nobody's holding them accountable, why would I watch it?
That's the problem. But if a guy's not in the film and I got to hold him accountable and I got to tell him to watch film, that's a problem right there. Because you told me you wanted to be a pro. So we invested in you because you say you want to be a pro. So I can't force you to go get it. I can't make you go do the things that you need to do to go to this next level. That's on you.
Yeah.
I can encourage you, I can motivate you, but I can't force you to do it. And you shouldn't have to force a young man into trying to apprehend his dream. It's no way in the world. It's no way in the world. And that's probably the most daunting thing for me. Like, if you told me this is what you want, sit right here in this recruiting room when we're recruiting you with your family, I'm going to hold you accountable to that. Yeah. I'm going to hold you to it because you told me that you wanted to rescue mama. You told me mama has to drive an hour and a half to get to work every day. You told me you don't want mama making that drive. So I'm gonna hold you accountable to that. Because when I'm looking at you tripping, I'm seeing mama too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and mama tired. Yeah,
And you said that's what you
and
want.
that's what you want. So until you tell me that ain't what you want, I'm gonna continue to I'm gonna continue to apply pressure.
Yeah. And speaking of what people want, you've had seemingly guys that get here and kind of take it for granted because there's some plush environments. This is nice around here. You get some time in and people start getting relaxed and
Comfortable. Yeah, people start.
How do you as a head coach fight that complacency?
Yeah, I ain't gonna fight you.
The door.
Yeah, I ain't gonna fight you. There's one thing I ain't gonna do.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna fight you. Yeah, I'm gonna give you directions.
That way.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fight you.
I got you.
What's up? Because this is truly is a blessing that you can't take for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't take it for granted. And I know so many kids, including our kids, that love this environment and that does not take it for granted. That I mean, every day they're going down to the training table, either the workout room, or the weight room, or the resources that we have for academics and the personal growth is phenomenal. And a lot of them do not take it for granted. Yeah, some of them take it for granted. It's going to always be that percentage, but it's on us to find out who that is and make sure we try to assist them, give them all the help they need. Now, if they still resist, I'm going to give them directions.
Yeah. I have found, because you are who you are, faith driven, your charisma, it causes people to believe, right? Then you go 3-0, start the season, the bandwagon gets in bigger believers. Then it starts to rain and thunder a little bit,
Right.
and people start to walk off.
True.
Wander off.
When you wander off, were you there?
Yeah.
Were
Were you
ever
really
there?
believing?
Or you just was part of the hype? Were you really there? Because what I told you a little earlier in this interview, when it gets turbulent on the sidelines, I'm watching the Seagulls hoop. So when it's blessed and everything is prospering, you know who everybody's gonna be. Hey, you go, boy, you do your thing, yeah, child. You know how that's gonna happen.
Absolutely.
But you open your eyes a little wider when it gets turbulent. So you see.
Yeah.
You see. But it's not nothing that you hadn't experienced. 56 years old, man. I'm pretty good at life. And I know.
I would say.
I know. And it's not just because of the material
No,
things.
absolutely.
I know people. I know life.